The following matchup is presented and played with Hockey Blast Express, a product of PLAAY Games LLC, copyright 2023, all rights reserved. And welcome back, everybody. As we have 9 minutes and 7 seconds left on the clock, it looks like this will indeed be the final game of this time frame between the 1976-77 Montreal Canadiens and the 2016-17 Anaheim Ducks. As you can see, the Habs will indeed take this time frame no matter what happens in this game, as they go up by a record of 3-0-1 as Team NHL will fall to an 0-3-1 record no matter what happens in this game right here, right now. With 9 minutes and 7 seconds left, the clock will indeed run out, and whenever it reaches 0, we will add on to the time frame for whenever the clock hits 0 until I say stop the clock. I'll be taking a look at the elapsed recording time for this portion of the time frame, and I'll add on those number of minutes and seconds onto this game right here with an additional 9 minutes and 7 seconds already elapsed in the game. So with that being said, we're getting set to drop the puck here at the Forum in Montreal. Let's get to it. Clock operator, please start the clock. We're going to begin with a quality check, this time between players 5 and 2 so it's going to be Nyrop and Eves for speed. Nyrop does have speed, so he's going to move in on John Gibson, who needs to make a 1, 2, 3, or 4 to make the play save. Unbelievable. He can't, and the Montreal Canadiens score early once again of a 1-0 lead here in Game 5 of this time frame. Let's see how many assists. So 1 assist. I do want to keep a square out there and a circle. So I think we're going to go with Maury Wilson. I think we'll go with Maury Wilson. So Nyrop feeds from Wilson. As John Gibson didn't see where that puck went. And we move on to the next portion in this segment. A visitor scoring chance of a 24. It reads, home goalie must make spec save. Michel Larocque is your starting goaltender for the Montreal Canadiens. He needs to make a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. 4, 5, or 6, it goes behind him in the back of the net. And it will go behind him. The Ducks tie things up. Let's see who scored the goal. It's a 10. It will be the second best shot rating. Raquel is 1. Eves is 2. So Patrick Eves will score the game-tying goal and 2 assists. We're going to give one to Raquel and the other one to Vatanen. So Eves from Raquel and Sammy Vatanen on that game-tying goal stat line. Penalty check between Jarvis and Kasha. Andre Kasha will go to the box as Doug Jarvis will move in on John Gibson, who needs to make a 1, 2, 3, or 4 to make the stop. Oh my God. He can't. It's a power play goal for Doug Jarvis. Let's see how many assists. Unassisted power play goal for Doug Jarvis. And we move on to the next portion in this segment here. So 3 down, 3 to go. As always, we have a cap limit of 6 goals per segment. and we're still within the first 5 minutes of this period. We have a 5-6-3 equality check between, or excuse me, we got a quality check between players, anybody on the Habs and Antoine Vermette for Smart. We'll go right across from the tie with Pete Mahovlich. Both guys have Smart, and that is going to be it for the first segment of this time frame. Holy, what? Everything was going topsy-turvy here as the Habs take a 2-1 lead going into the second segment of this game with a penalty check between Lamar and anybody on the ice for the Ducks. It looks like the Ducks really want to tie. They tie, and they will tie. So they will go with Getzlaf right across from him as Lamar and Getzlaf tie things up with the penalty checks. And we move on to the next segment. Not a home scoring chance. What am I saying? Visitor scoring chance of a 34. Visitor player in 1 creates a goal with a quality roll of Smart or a triangle. So it will be the visitor player in 1. That is Cogliano. He does have Smart, so he's going to be moving in on Michel Larocque to hopefully put the Ducks into a tie once again, which he won't. Michel Larocque will stop the Cogliano attempt, the goal attempt, from going into the back of the net. And we move on to the next segment. Quality check, this time between Jarvis and Raquel for skill. Both guys have skill, and we move on. And that's going to do it for the first period here at the Forum in Montreal. An eventful first period as the Habs take a 2-1 lead after 20 minutes of play in Game 5. Penalty check to begin the second period here between Savard and Kessler. Oh, Ryan Kessler is going to go to the box as Serge Savard will go on the power as the Habs will go on the power play as Savard will move in on John Gibson, who shoots and scores. No, excuse me, he makes the save. So what a key penalty kill save by John Gibson. No doubt he's going to be featured as one of the stars of the time frame, as he was standing on his head. And another penalty check, as I said that, another penalty check comes up between Robinson and anybody on the Ducks. They could either tie or give the Habs on the power play. Again, they tie. And they will tie. We'll give it to Andre Kasha. So Robinson and Kasha will tie as they both have the same penalty rating. And we move on to the next segment here in this one. Quality check, this time between players, anybody on the Habs and Kevin Bieksa for skill. Pick your poison. It looks like Montreal's going to win it. We're going to roll the red die. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. 6 is a reroll. So Steve Schott will receive the opportunity here. He does have skill. He moves in on Gibson, hopefully to make the stop. 1, 2, 3, or 4 does it. Nope, it's a goal, and the Habs take a 3-1 lead here in Game 5. I believe that goal will seal up the deal for the Ducks. Let's see how many assists. 2. Mahovlich and Lapointe will get the assists on the Steve Shutt goal. Visitor scoring chance of a 22. Home goalie must make shot save. Michel Larocque needs to make a 1 or a 2 to hopefully stop it. Otherwise, the Ducks are within 1 goal. He does. Wow. And we move on to the next segment with a quality check between players 3 and 4. That is Lamar and Manson for star. It looks like Jacques Lamar has star. So he's going to be moving in on Gibson. 1, 2, 3, or 4 will do it. No, it's a 4-1 lead for the Habs as Lamar scores, and 2 assists will be handed down in the play. Will be Savard and Gainey. So Lamar from Savard and Bob Gainey for that one. It might have been tipped in, but who knows what it could have been. So it's a 4-1 lead for the Habs. And we move on in the next portion of this segment. We got a visitor scoring chance of a 52. Home player in 2 stops a goal with a quality roll of speed or a square. Mario Tremblay does not have a square. However, he does have speed, so he will stop the goal chance right then and there. And we go to the intermission with the Habs up 4-1. Oh, and it's an automatic power play goal for the home team. Yikes. Let's see who scored that goal. 6. Player with the best shot rating. Right now, that's looking like Yvonne Crenoyer will score that automatic power play goal, and 2 assists will come on the play. Lapointe and Maury Wilson will score the goal, will score the assists for Yvonne Crenoyer. Warriors goal. And the Habs are running away, are running away with this one. It's 5-1. Visitor scoring chance 64. Visitor defense stop, breakaway chance. Home goalie must make play save. Michel Larocque needs a 4 or a 5 with a dot to hopefully stop the goal. He does. We move on. Oh, we got a triple threes, a critical face-off. Antoine Vermette, as usual, has a 62. This time facing off against Doug Jarvis of a 60. We have our winner of the critical face-off of Antoine Vermette. This is to bring them within 3 goals. 1, 2, or 3 stops it. It will. So Antoine Vermette wins the critical face-off. Otherwise, nonetheless, Michel Larocque will save it. And we move on to the next segment. Penalty check between Nairop and Cogliano. Both guys have the same penalty rating of 0.5. The ref's telling them, if I catch you do it again, one of you guys is going to the sin bin. So this is your only warning. We got a quality check to end the game between 2 and 1. That's Lafleur and Raquel for skill. Both guys have skill. And ladies and gentlemen, stop the clock. Ladies and gentlemen, the Montreal Canadiens will win this one by a final score of 5-1 and sweep this time frame, winning their 5th straight time frame, win their 5th straight game, win their 5th game in this time frame as they win this time frame by a final tally of 5-0. The Ducks had their opportunities but could not capitalize as the Habs took advantage of those mistakes presented to them by the Anaheim Ducks. So with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in to today's action. Stay tuned for the Game 5 Biddy Beer game summary, as well as as to see who will be next in line to take on the 76-77 Montreal Canadiens. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's time frame matchup between the 1976-77 Montreal Canadiens and the 2016-2017 Anaheim Ducks. We look forward to bringing you future time frame matchups throughout the 2024-2025 National Hockey League's regular season whenever games are being played. Once again, thank you for tuning in to today's time frame between the 1976-77 Montreal Canadiens and the 2016-17 Anaheim Ducks. With that being said, it's time for once again to spin the wheel of fate. And of course, the team wheel is always first. So without further ado, let's see who will play the 1976-77 Montreal Canadiens next in this Gauntlet Challenge. So please direct your attention to the Bitty Beard Team Selector Wheel presented by your favorite Bitty Beer products. If you choose to drink Bitty Beer, please drink responsibly. Big taste, Bitty price, Bitty Beer. How about it? The 2011-2012 Carolina Hurricanes are next in line to face off against the 1976-77 Montreal Canadiens. Now that we know the 2011-2012 the 2011-2012 Carolina Hurricanes will play the 76-77 Habs, it's time to find out between the Hurricanes and the Habs who will begin the time frame as the home team. Please direct your attention to the Doc Cola Home Team Decider Wheel presented by Doc Cola, the official cola drink of the PLAAY Games community and, of course, of the 1976-77 Montreal Canadiens Gauntlet Challenge. Oh boy, get ready to rev up that siren because the 2011-2012 Carolina Hurricanes will begin the time frame as the home team coming up tomorrow in this Gauntlet Challenge. And once again, thank you for tuning in to today's action between the 2016-17 Anaheim Ducks and the 1976-77 Montreal Canadiens. If you like what you saw, please do consider leaving a like on this video, commenting, and of course, don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notifications bell if you have not done so already, so that way you can be updated whenever a new time frame comes out within this project featuring the 1976-77 Montreal Canadiens. With that in mind, thank you for tuning in, and I hope you guys have an awesome day.